If you've been following me for some time, you know that I'm a strong proponent of sponsored coaching versus direct pay coaching for a variety of different reasons. But then I'm often asked the question, how do you get more sponsored coaching engagements? It really is a great question because it's not so easy. You don't just do one thing and then this flood of sponsored coaching engagements comes to you. Actually, I've identified 8 different ways to do so, and I'll share them with you in this video. Getting sponsored coaching engagements as a newer coach is a challenge, but it's worth the work because sponsored coaching engagements can really provide a steady stream of income for you years into the future. Because once you have a great relationship with a sponsor, you can get engagement after engagement as the years go by. So it can be very beneficial, but difficult at the outset. What are ways that you can secure sponsored coaching engagements? First, network with executives and HR leaders. These are the 2 groups that deliver sponsored coaching engagements to me. Either the executive is hiring me directly by going through channels within their organization to have the org pay for the coaching, or the HR leader is coming to me with a coaching engagement and they will be paying for it out of their leadership development budget. So by networking with these 2 groups of people, you're more likely to be able to secure these engagements for yourself. Second, speak at conferences where HR leaders and executives tend to go. This makes sense, right? You don't want to just network with these people, which can be very beneficial, but you should also get out in front of them and speak and share your expertise. Help them to be more effective in their roles or to guide leaders on their teams and the business partners they work with as HR leaders. By speaking at the conferences that they attend, you're more likely to have people come up to you and bring you engagements because they're impressed by your presentation and want their organization to work with you as an external executive coach. But how can you get presentation opportunities? Well, in my experience, I have presented at women's technology conferences. I've presented for startup accelerators. I've presented in conjunction with local newspapers, as well as local business newspapers, and even business newspapers in other areas. There is an organization called the American City Business Journals, and they have over 40 different markets across the US. Connect with your local business paper or one that's near to you and see if the person at that organization is willing to partner with you to put on events. In the past, this worked for me, and it might work for you. But even if that door is closed, there are many leadership events that happen throughout the year. If you simply do a Google search for best leadership events of 2024, 2025, you'll see events that are coming up that you might submit a speaker request form through to see if you can become a speaker at that conference. The opportunities are out there. There's also SHRM, the Society for Human Resources Managers. They have a national conference as well as local chapters that put on their own events. They host webinars and in-person events. And generally, organizations like these are always looking for professional presenters who are looking to educate and not sell. So the opportunities are out there. If you feel overwhelmed by the spectrum of speaking opportunities, consider hiring a virtual assistant who might be able to help you source and submit your speaker profile on your behalf so that then you can do the work associated with creating a great presentation as opposed to securing the opportunities. Okay, idea number 3, look within your LinkedIn network. You have opportunities right under your nose, perhaps. You may have leaders and HR leaders right within your connections. Have you reached out to all of those people and requested one-on-ones to share with them about what you're doing? This shouldn't be that uncomfortable because you're looking to serve. You're looking to help leaders within their organizations be more effective. That's not a bad ask. So really think about networking with people one-on-one within your LinkedIn connections each and every month. Just keep on doing it and keep on doing it. You'll probably be surprised at opportunities that crop up for you by following this idea. Pleasantly surprised. Also, you may have former employers who already bought into the idea of executive coaching and actively hiring external executive coaches. Have you thought about going back to former employers and seeing if they'd be willing to add you to their external coaching bench? Or if they're not bought into the idea, sell them on it so that they might hire you as their first external executive coach. You already have a reputation and trust established as a former employee of that organization. You know the culture, you know their values. So this presents a real opportunity. Idea number 5, have a great website with lots of resources that are available to help leaders to solve pressing problems that they face on a regular basis. But go beyond a blog. Have more than blog posts. On my website, I've created case studies, blog posts, cheat sheets or infographics. I have ebooks. I have lots of resources on my website that make my website sticky, meaning people spend more time on the site because they see that it has a wealth of resources to help them at no cost. This also convinces them that I know my stuff. And so they may be more likely to refer leaders to coach within their organizations. All right, idea number 6. We talked about LinkedIn, but we specifically focused on your connections and connecting with them in one-on-one meetings. How about just posting on social media regularly? I'm sure this is not a new idea or revelation to you, but are you doing it? I generally post on LinkedIn and post videos on YouTube, which of course you're already aware of. But those are my chosen platforms that I post to. Are you posting to them and even asking for people to consider you as an executive coach to their organization? Don't be afraid to make the request once in a while. The next idea is to hire an agency to do a cold email campaign for you. Now you might be feeling like, could an agency actually secure sponsored coaching engagements? I used an agency in the past that sent out cold emails in a sequence to organizations that met my criteria. And I actually received a sponsored coaching engagement, which in the end, it was a break-even proposition with hiring the agency, paying their fees, and getting the engagement. So I didn't actually make money, but I experimented with the approach and found that it could work. If I had continued with it, maybe I would have been able to get into a steady rhythm of getting engagements that would exceed the cost of the investment. So it is something worth considering. It is possible to secure engagements in this way from organizations with whom you have no relationship. And finally, consider aligning with other coaches, trainers, and consultants who serve the same audience, the organizations you'd like to work with. Perhaps they can refer you to opportunities for sponsored engagements. I've received engagements this way and also given engagements this way. So it is a powerful idea that maybe you're not fully leveraging. So there you have it, 8 different ideas on how you can get sponsored engagements. I hope this helps give you some confidence that you can do this by following established approaches. If this video has helped you, like it, comment on it, and share it with other new coaches who could benefit from the ideas I've shared in this video. And of course, subscribe to the channel because more videos for coaches are on the way. Now, if you'd like to go deeper with me and learn even more about how I've had this successful track record of running executive coaching practice for years, consider investing in learning from me through the Center for Executive Coaching. I teach online classes many weeks of the year and in-person seminars several times a year. There are different levels of engagement at different levels of investment. So go to the centerforexecutivecoaching.com and explore the options. If you'd like to learn more, email me at michael@bayareaexecutivecoach.com and also visit my blog site, bayareaexecutivecoachtraining.com, where you can access resources for coaches and also schedule an appointment with me. Thank you very much.